Listen, 40 is the line. After 40, life starts showing you its real face in full HD. Look around. One 40-year-old woman looks like she's been locked in a basement for 40 years. Slumped shoulders, sound effects on every staircase. And then there's another woman, 50 years old, still upright. Shoulders back, spine straight, jaw lifted. Her aura is alive. People notice her in a room. Why? Because she took care of herself when she was young. Here's the truth. When you're young, your body is incredibly forgiving. In your 20s, you can sleep at 5 in the morning, live on fast food, drink, never train, and your body says, okay, I'll cover for you. I'll fix all of it. But after 40, your body joins a union. It says, I'm not working under those conditions anymore. Your muscles start melting, your metabolism slows, your belly expands like a government project. It never finishes, it just keeps growing. You used to eat pizza and nothing happened. Now you look at a picture of pizza and the fat finds your belly. Why? Because muscle loss has begun. In women, estrogen drops, insulin resistance builds quietly in the background, and your body is no longer the forgiving roommate it used to be. Now here's where most women over 40 make the biggest mistake. When I talk about muscle and strength training, they say, Claudia, I don't want to look bulky. It's the most expensive misunderstanding in midlife. Muscle is your metabolic armor. If you have muscle, your energy is high, your posture is upright, you walk into a room with presence, your skin glows, your immune system is stronger, your risk of depression and anxiety drops. People around you find you more magnetic, and honestly, they listen to you differently. Women with strong muscle mass aren't just physically strong, they're mentally and emotionally stronger. Even their mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside every single cell, are more alive. That's why some women get out of bed at 60 like a hunter on the hunt, and others get up sounding like Windows 95 booting up. Here's something I've learned after 20 years as a licensed health psychologist. Life is honest. Whatever you give it, it gives back. If you ate well, you trained, you lived with intention, life returns the favor. When your peers can't even pull their own socks on, you'll be planning what to do after work. The tutorial level of life ends at 40. After that, you wake up in the middle of an open-world adventure on hard difficulty. In this video, I'm giving you the 5 habits that will completely rewire how you age. And please comment below where you're watching from, your age, and what the biggest problem you're facing during this period. I'm replying to every single one with personalized tips and advice. Let's start with number 5. Number 5. This is our ground layer. We build everything else on top of this. Now listen, negative people ruin your life. That is the headline. And if you think I am being dramatic, wait until you hear this. There's a famous piece of research called the bad apple effect. Researchers took 5 different teams. Into each team, they randomly placed one negative person, just one. The teams with that one negative person did all their tasks 40% worse. The quality of their work dropped by 25%, and conflicts inside the group rose by 50%. More fights, less collaboration, total breakdown. Now here's the crazy part, the truly insane part. Each session lasted 30 to 60 minutes. That is it. Half an hour to an hour with one negative person, and the entire group fell apart. Now ask yourself this. How long has that person been in your life? Some of you have been carrying them for 10 years, 20 years. Some of you your entire life, and you have been wondering why you are tired, why you cannot lose the weight, why your sleep is broken, why nothing works no matter how clean you eat. It is not just your hormones. It is not just your willpower. It is the bad apple sitting next to you every single day. Because here is the part nobody tells you. Even when you leave the room, that person does not leave you. They live rent-free inside your head, no matter where you are, no matter what time of day. That voice keeps whispering. It judges you. It argues with you. It picks fights you did not start. It is never happy, never satisfied, always looking for the next thing to be angry about, always negative, always judging. And every time that voice fires inside your head, your body fires with it. Your stress hormone cortisol spikes, your belly holds the fat, your sleep falls apart, your muscle gets harder to build. In menopause, when your estrogen is already dropping, this one toxic person becomes the loudest hormonal signal in your entire day. Letting go of them is not selfish, it is metabolic. So here's what I want you to do starting today. Make a list of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Next to each name, ask one question. Do I feel lighter or heavier after I leave them? That is your answer. The lighter ones, give them more of you. The heavier ones, cut the dose. The truly toxic ones, you have to be okay with walking away. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Claudia, what if it is my mother? What if it is my husband? What if it is someone I cannot just walk away from? I hear you. So shorter visits, fewer phone calls, hard boundaries on topics, you manage the dose. Because the woman who finally lets that voice go, she is the one who loses the weight. She is the one who sleeps through the night. She is the one with the straight spine and the alive eyes. Now, once your mental environment is clean, your body finally starts cooperating. And that is exactly where habit number 4 comes in. Number 4. Now we move from your mind to your body, and this one has 2 halves. Because your body is missing one critical thing right now and being poisoned by another every single day without you even knowing. Let's start with what your body has been begging for. Take B12 every single day. I am going to say something that is going to surprise a lot of you. Most of what you think is menopause is actually a B12 deficiency. The fatigue, the brain fog, the forgetting why you walked into a room, the mood swings out of nowhere, the trouble falling asleep, the anxiety that hits at 3 in the afternoon, the I just don't feel like myself anymore. Your doctor calls it menopause, and it might partly be, but there is a very good chance that half of those symptoms, half of them, are coming from a B12 tank that has been running on empty for 10 years. Here is why this is so cruel. As you cross 40, your stomach makes less of the acid that helps you absorb B12 from food. As estrogen drops in menopause, absorption drops even more. So even if you eat eggs, fish, and meat every day, you can still be deficient. The food is going in, the B12 is not getting absorbed. And B12 is not some nice to have. It builds the protective coating around your nerves. It makes the red blood cells that carry oxygen to your brain. It runs the part of your nervous system that handles mood, focus, and sleep. When you are low, you do not just feel tired, you feel like the lights are dimmer. Here is the fix. Take B12 every single day. The methylated form is best. It's already in the form your body knows how to use. And do not be afraid of it. B12 is water soluble. Whatever your body doesn't need, it flushes out. There is nothing to be afraid of. Most women feel a real shift in 2 to 4 weeks. Sharper mind, calmer mood, better sleep, like someone slowly turned the dimmer switch back up. Now, that's what your body has been asking for. Here's what your body has been begging you to throw away. Get the seed oils out of your kitchen today. Canola, soybeans, sunflower, corn, cottonseed, safflower, the things simply labeled vegetable oil, all of them. These are the cheapest, most damaged fats ever made, extracted with chemicals, heated until they turn rancid, and slipped into nearly every packaged food, every restaurant meal, and every heart-healthy product on the shelf. And here is what most women over 40 have never been told. Your hormones are made from fat, every single one. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, cortisol, all of them are built using fat as the raw material. When you eat seed oils, you are not just adding calories, You are handing your body broken, oxidized fat and telling it, "Here, build my hormones out of this." That is why you feel inflamed. That is why your belly burns. That is why your liver feels sluggish. That is why your gut is wrecked. And that is why your hormones feel like they're running on 3 flat tires. Here's the fix. Stop buying them. Throw out the bottles you already have and replace them with fats your body actually recognizes. Extra virgin olive oil for salads and lower heat cooking, avocado oil for high heat, a spoonful of coconut oil in your morning coffee for steady, slow-burning energy, real butter from grass-fed cows, egg yolks, wild fish. When you give your body real fat, your body finally has the raw material it needs to rebuild your hormones, not in months, in weeks. So this is number 4. Fill the tank with B12. Throw the seed oil garbage out. 2 moves, 1 week. Your body starts coming back online. Now, once your body is getting what it needs and finally free of what has been poisoning it, there is still one thing happening every single night that is undoing all of this. And number 3 is where we fix it. If you're getting value from this, please hit the like button. So every like you leave is a signal to the algorithm that this matters, and it helps me reach another woman who needs to hear it. Okay, moving on. Number 3, eat your protein. This is the foundation of everything. Listen, without protein, your body cannot build muscle, your cells cannot renew, your repair systems shut down, your hair thins, your skin gets crepey, your strength quietly walks out the door. And here is something most women over 40 have never been told. It is almost impossible to gain fat from eating protein. Every gram of protein you eat, your body uses. It builds cells, it builds muscle, it repairs damaged tissue. Protein does not sit on your waist waiting to become fat. Your body claims it for the work. Now compare that to carbs. Carbs have one job, energy. You either burn that energy off or your body stores it as fat. There is no third option. Protein gets used, carbs get stored. Same calorie, completely different destination. For women over 40, you need between 80 and 150 grams of protein every single day. Yes, that is far more than you are eating right now. And yes, your body needs every single gram of it. Now, I know exactly what most of you are thinking. Claudia, I have tried this. Plain, dry chicken breast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After 3 weeks, I want to throw the chicken at the wall. I hear you. And listen, that is exactly why most women fail at high protein eating. Not because they cannot do it, because nobody ever showed them that protein can actually taste good. So let me give you 4 that I make all the time. 1. Open a can of wild fish, tuna, salmon, or sardines, in water or in extra virgin olive oil. Put it on 1 slice of whole grain bread, chopped tomato, a few olives, a small crumble of feta, 2 minutes, around 30 grams of protein, healthy fat from the fish, lower calorie than half the things sitting in your fridge. 2. Protein brownies. Eggs, a splash of milk, 1 scoop of protein powder, a spoon of cocoa. Bake them 10 minutes, low calorie, high protein. Tastes like dessert because it is dessert. 3. Protein ice cream. Frozen berries, a scoop of protein powder, thick Greek yogurt, blended. That is your ice cream. No sugar crash, no guilt. 4. Protein pizza. Lean ground beef in the blender with 1 bell pepper and a tomato. Spread it on a thin whole grain lavash. A light sprinkle of cheese. Bake. High protein, low calorie pizza on a Tuesday night in 12 minutes. Eating healthy is not about suffering. It is not about cardboard chicken. It is not about boiling everything until it tastes like nothing. The women who actually succeed at this, the ones who do not quit after 3 weeks, are the ones who learn that real food, full of protein, can also be delicious. If you got something out of this, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Either way, I know whether this one landed for you. So look at where you are right now. You have cut the toxic people out of your life. Your body is filling up with B12. The seed oils are out and real fat is back in. And now you are eating like a woman who is building her body, not starving it. But there is one more piece of this puzzle, a habit that is either making everything we just set up stick or quietly undoing it while you're not even watching. And number 2 is where we lock the whole thing in. Number 2. This is one I bring up in almost every single video I make, and I want you to listen to why. Because after 40, the number one reason your weight does not move is not your calories, it's your insulin. Every time you eat, especially anything with carbs, your blood sugar goes up. Your body releases insulin to clear it. In your 20s, your body did this perfectly. Insulin came up, did its job, came back down. Fat burning resumed. But after 40, your body becomes less and less responsive to insulin, so it releases more and more of it to do the same job. And when insulin is high, your brain hears one signal and one signal only. I cannot burn fat, I cannot lose weight. I want you to really hear that. When insulin is high, fat burning is completely shut off. It does not matter how clean you ate. It does not matter how much protein you put on the plate. Your body is locked in storage mode until that insulin comes back down. And here's the cruelest part. Most women over 40 have insulin spiking 5 or 6 times a day. Breakfast, coffee with cream, a mid-morning snack, lunch, an afternoon snack, dinner. Their bodies have not seen real fat-burning mode in years. This is exactly where walking comes in. A 10-minute walk after a meal pulls glucose straight out of your blood and into your muscles. Insulin drops, your body finally exhales. The fat-burning switch flips back on. Want to make it even more powerful? 10 minutes before you eat, take 1 tablespoon of natural apple cider vinegar in a small glass of water. Then walk for 10 minutes after the meal. Just those 2 things, done consistently, can drop your post-meal blood sugar by 25 to 40%. Diabetes risk falls towards 0, and your body slides into fat-burning mode after every single meal, instead of out of it. Now, I hear some of you. You cannot walk. I have viewers watching me from a wheelchair. I have viewers who cannot get out of bed. I have viewers whose knees or hips will not tolerate a walk after dinner. So here are 3 things you can do sitting in a chair starting today. 1. Seated overhead press. Lift water bottles, a book, anything with a little weight. Press them straight overhead. 20 reps. Insulin starts dropping immediately. 2. Seated leg raises. Sit upright or in bed, lift your legs and lower it. 15 to 20 reps, 4 sets. Your muscles start pulling glucose out of your blood right away. 3. Chair squats. If your body allows them, stand up from the chair, sit back down. 10 to 20 reps. Your legs are the largest muscle group in your entire body, and they absorb insulin instantly. You do not need a gym. You do not need to walk 5 miles. You need 3 minutes of movement after a meal. That is the whole game. Because in this life, whoever controls insulin wins. Unbalanced insulin becomes prediabetes. Prediabetes becomes diabetes. And diabetes, if it is not handled, quietly destroys your organs, your skin, your eyes, and your heart. It is one of the fastest paths to full body breakdown in midlife. And to my viewers who are already diabetic, please do not panic. The fact that you are sitting here watching this means you already care about your health. Here's what I want you to do. Lean heavy on protein. Eat plenty of natural yogurt. Start every meal with a small bowl of salad and 1 spoon of apple cider vinegar. Your blood sugar will be 25 to 40% more stable starting from day 1. Now, look at how far you have already come. You have cut the toxic people. You have given your body B12. You've thrown out the seed oils and brought real fat back in. You've built your meals around protein, and now you're controlling your insulin after every single bite. But there is one final habit, the one this entire video has been building toward, the one most women over 40 resist the hardest and need the most, the one that turns everything we just built into a body that walks into a room and gets noticed. Before we move on, if you have a question, Drop it in the comments. I read every one. And here's the deal. In my next video, the top 3 questions with the most likes get answered by name. So ask yours. Or if someone already wrote the question you'd ask, like hers. Number 1 is the big one. Let's go. Number 1, listen to me carefully. You do not need a gym. You do not need to lift heavy. You do not need to know what a barbell is. None of that. You just need to put your muscles under enough load that they have to work harder than they want to. Because here is what happens when you do that. Your muscle sends one urgent signal up to your brain. Hey, this muscle is not enough to lift this weight. Send me more muscle. Your brain receives the message, but your brain, listen carefully here, does not actually want to give you more muscle. Because muscle is expensive. Muscle eats energy all day long. Muscle burns calories while you sleep. Muscle speeds your metabolism. And from an evolutionary standpoint, your brain is hardwired to do one thing: save energy for survival, not spend it on building extra tissue. Thousands of years ago, your ancestors needed muscle to hunt, to run, to carry, to fight. Today, food is one click away. Your brain knows this. So your brain's default setting after 40, get rid of extra muscle, save the energy, conserve. That is exactly why every woman over 40 is silently losing muscle every single year. Without resistance training, you lose between 3 and 8% of your muscle every decade. By 60, a quarter of your strength is gone. Your brain has been liquidating it, and you never gave it permission. This is why you have to keep sending the signal 2 days a week, 3 days a week, every single week, until your brain finally says, okay, she keeps needing this muscle. I will let her keep it. That is the entire game. And here is the best part. This does not have to look the way you are picturing it. Olympic lifting is not the goal. Bodybuilders are not the goal. You do not need a single expensive piece of equipment. Here is what works. 1. Chair squats with just your body weight. Stand up from the chair, sit back down. Slow and controlled, 3 sets of 10 to 20. 2. A backpack stuffed with water bottles becomes your weight. Press it overhead, carry it across the room, row it. 10 to 15 reps. Easy to load, easy to scale. 3. Lie on your back with that same backpack resting on your feet. Slowly lift your legs up and lower them down. That is a hamstring and glute exercise that costs nothing and works the largest muscles in your body. If your body allows it, 2 or 3 days a week of 30 minutes of real weight training is even better. Dumbbells, resistance bands, a pull-up bar, whatever is in reach. What matters is that the muscle is being asked to do something a little harder than yesterday. And listen, this is exactly the woman I described at the very beginning of this video. The woman with the straight spine, the alive eyes, the aura people notice when she walks into a room, the skin that glows, the mitochondria firing on every cylinder, the metabolism that did not stall after 40. That woman is not a genetic accident. She is the woman who picks up a weight 2 or 3 times a week. That is the entire difference. Strength training is the golden road. Everything else in this video supports it. This is the habit that turns the body around.